In small towns, when the main grocery store or gas station closes, it usually creates a downward spiral for the economy. But I'm going to show you how one rural community is climbing its way back to the top.
It's overcast, it's cold, and a little bit icy.
There are days in Vermont when it just looks cold. Exactly the kind of days Shelley Seward looks forward to.
It's always been a huge part of my life.
A lifelong West Windsor resident, Shelley first started skiing here at Ascutney Mountain when she was 2.
I've never lived more than 1 mile from the base.
Her dad was a ski patroller, but when the ski area went into foreclosure and closed in 2010, it took with it dozens of jobs, tens of thousands of dollars in revenue, along with every lift and piece of equipment needed to run a ski area.
There was a real palpable, for lack of a better word, almost depression in the community.
Nice mountain, but it always had difficulty keeping snow on it.
But this town of 1,400 was determined to climb its way out of economic uncertainty. See that T-bar built in the 1980s? Volunteers deconstructed it at a ski area in Canada.
This came in 2018.
Drove it down here and reconstructed it.
The rope tow was put up by a group of hardy volunteers through salvaged materials.
The rope tow volunteer Glenn Seward showed me a power company donated the poles. Old car rims make up the pulley system. And this Pry-Knot snow groomer came from a much larger nearby resort.
It's what allows us to have really quality skiing when there's snow.
Donated at a cost of $17,000, far less than the $100,000 it's worth.
You know, it's a success story that you don't hear all the time. And it's really 100% because of the community members.
Through volunteer efforts and donations, the town bought the fail-skied area in 2015. Instead of allowing a private company to run things, though, local residents, all volunteers, handle everything from lift operation to ticket sales. Shelley is the volunteer coordinator.
And many of the people who volunteer here don't ski, they don't bike, they just want the community to be successful.
At this point in the story, you might be thinking to yourself, there's not a lot of people out here skiing. And that's by design. Given the volunteer base that they have, the mountain is only open on weekends. With a network of volunteers, you can't sustain a giant ski operation.
Exactly. You know, what we're trying to avoid is a significant amount of overhead.
Some 60 million Americans call rural communities like this home. But post-pandemic recovery has been slower than in urban areas. Rural employment is down 1%.
What can we get started for you guys?
But at the nearby general store, co-owner Peter Varkanyi has been able to bring back 25 jobs since the mountain reopened.
It's not short-minded, goals. It's long-term vision.
Residents here see this kind of symbiotic relationship between a mountain and a town and its resurgence as a success story for other rural communities that have lost their main economic driver. Can this be a model for other people to look to?
I think it can be. I think in our case, and probably other cases, you have to have a community that's willing to really take a chance on something that is, not ordinary.
Taking that chance has now revitalized more than just a ski area, giving an entire community economic certainty as firm as the snow on the ground here.
What you say is don't be surprised at just how much energy and enthusiasm and collaboration you can draw from your own community.
Chris Conti, Scripps News, Brownsville, Vermont.